Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Rhodhiatan. You can call me Iro. I'm from B class and my last ID number is 13. So in this time I would like to read, interpret and analyze my poetry by the title is For You I Am. This poetry was written by me to complete my final assignment for the Exploring Poetry course. Enjoy the video! For you I am. For you I am a candlelight. You need me only in the night. Then blow me out without a fight, when everything is shining bright. For you I am a call you make, when fear is more than you can take. Then you forget me when you're safe, like I was just a small mistake. For you I am a shadow near, always there but never clear. Never the one you hold so dear, just someone fading year by year. I am always here when none remain, a quiet place to ease your pain. You don't come back for love, it's plain, just loneliness that calls my name. Okay, the next is interpretation about my poetry. So, this poetry describes my feelings of always being a second choice or last choice or figurant, not because I am loved, but because I am needed only in difficult situation, whether in a romantic relationship or friendship. In the first stanza, the candle becomes a symbol of my presence that is only valued in darkness. It shows that I am only sought when the other person is struggling, and then left behind once things get better. In the second stanza, the emergency number further emphasizes this meaning. I am only considered important in urgent situations. When everything returns to normal, I am forgotten as I never truly matter. In the third stanza, the shadow represents my quiet loyalty. I am always there, always following, but never truly seen or appreciated. I exist, but I am never the light or the center of their life. And in the final part, the meaning becomes deeper. I begin to realize my position, that I am only a place to return when no other options remain. It is not love that brings them back to me, but their loneliness. But however, the most important point is that this poem is not only about sadness, but about the awareness that no one should be treated as a second choice or last choice or figurant and etc. We must realize that we are valuable, we have value, and only us can truly understand our own worth. Therefore, if we find ourselves in a situation like the one described in this poetry, we should become aware and have the courage to live, because we do not deserve to be treated that way. Okay, the next is analyze the poetry. The first point is about genre. This poetry has a lyrical genre because it expresses personal feelings and emotion. So I admit, I confess my feeling about being last option or being second choice in this poetry. So the genre is lyrical. The next point is stanza. This poetry has 4 stanzas, and each stanza has 4 lines. It calls quatrain stanza. And the next is emotion. This poetry shows feeling of sadness, loneliness, and disappointment. And the next is rhyme. The poetry use AABB rhyme scheme. It means that the ending sounds are similar. For example, in the first stanza, light, night, fight, bright. They are similar. And the next point is type of words. This poetry use simple and emotional words, so it is easy to understand but still meaningful. I want my readers to read my poetry easily, but they still can catch the point and catch the meaning. So I use the simple and emotional words. The sixth point is type of lyric. This poetry has a personal or reflective lyric because it talks about the writers or my feelings, my own feelings. For example, I am always here when none remain. It shows like I always in their side, even though no one remains me. And the last point is about figure of speech. So what is figure of speech? Figure of speech is we call it Indonesian, we call it majas. So we make our poetry more expressive, imaginative, and also meaningful. The first is a metaphor. The first is metaphor. Metaphor compares something directly without using like or as. For example, I am a candlelight. It's mean that I am the candlelight, not similar, but I am the candlelight. Yes. And next is personification. Giving human characteristic to something non-human. For example, loneliness that calls my name. Loneliness acts like a person who can call. Not he calls my name, but the loneliness. Yes. Something non-human, loneliness. Okay. The next is hyperbole. Hyperbole means exaggeration to show strong feelings. For example, in this poetry is always there, but actually I'm not literally always, but to show my loyalty, my loyalty, I put the always there word. And the last is repetition. Repeating words to emphasize meaning. For example, for you I am. I repeat the word for you I am 3 times. It shows that I am the constant role. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching this video from the start until the end. I'm sorry if there are any mistake. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.